Hey guys, happy Sunday. I hope you might take a minute to walk through today's gospel with me. So today's gospel comes from John 14 verses 1 through 14, and it's Jesus comforting the disciples. So the disciples are a little worried, and so Jesus says to them, "Do not let your hearts be troubled. For if you believe in God, believe in me also. My Father's house has many rooms. And I'm going ahead of you, and I'm going to prepare those rooms for you." And he says to them, "You know the way to the place where I am going." Now, I don't know about you guys, but I don't think he really explained the way to where he was going. But he was kind of talking about heaven, how there's a big house with many rooms, and God has prepared them. He's prepared this space for them, which is heaven. But he didn't really say how to get there, did he? So Thomas was a little confused, and he said, "Lord, we don't know where you're going, so how do we know the way?" And Jesus says to him, "I am the way, the truth, and the life." He says, "No one comes through the Father except through me." How cool is that? So Jesus is telling him that Jesus is the way to God and the way to heaven. Now, Philip says to him, he pushes just a little further and he says, "Just show us the Father and that'll be enough." Now, Jesus was a little concerned by this statement, and he says, "After all this time that we've been together, you don't know? I am the Father, and the Father is in me. Through all of the amazing miracles that I've done and all of these works, that is God in me, and I am the way to the Father." How cool is that? And he says, "Very truly, if you come through me, then you will get to God and to heaven. But he is the way in." So something that kind of makes me think about that is like maps, like a big old road map. Now, imagine you're trying to get somewhere, like maybe to, a family friend's house, or just your friend's house, or a grandma and grandpa's house. And maybe you don't always know the way. Maybe you know what it looks like, what the outside looks like, you know who's there, what it smells like, but you don't know how to get there. And when I don't know how to get somewhere, I use a map. Or sometimes I use my phone. And I pull up a GPS and I type in where I want to go, and then it tells me how to get there. But what would we do if we didn't have a map? It would be kind of hard to get somewhere that we didn't know how, huh? I mean, we could just kind of walk around aimlessly, or if we had our license, we could drive, but it doesn't mean that we'd get there. But Jesus is saying that he is the roadmap, He's the way to get to God. So as long as we have Jesus, we can get to God and we can get to heaven. So we have to trust in him and don't let our hearts be troubled. Because if we believe in him, we have a place. We have a place in a big house with many rooms that Jesus has gone ahead and he's prepared for us. So today, guys, take a minute to think about all of the great things in your life and don't let your heart be troubled. Look to God, thank God, and know that you're not alone. I hope you guys have a happy Sunday and know that you're loved. Thanks, guys.